MVP, you're going to Elite 11. Just talk about your day out there throwing the ball around.
Like I said, it was a great day. It was early in the morning. I had to get up. Felt good to be down in the indoor because today it was rainy outside, a little cold. So being indoor made the conditions way better. But like I said, getting MVP, I'm thankful for it. Came out here, met a lot of new people. So having them out here was great, and just seeing what they was doing. So like I said, I'm blessed to have it. I got more work to be done.
Coming off of an Ohio State visit, how was your Ohio State visit?
Oh, it was great. Like I said, Coach Day and I, and Coach Dennis and I, we all had our meetings and talked to each other and just had a great time. And like I said, the most important thing I possibly took out of there was seeing CJ in person and see how he practiced. Because I seen him play before when they played Penn State, but seeing him practice, seeing him just talking to him and seeing how everything was going with him, it was just perfect.
Yeah, with CJ, I mean, it is important. It shows just the continuation of the line of quarterbacks at Ohio State. What was that messaging like? To be able to talk to the guy who finished fourth for the Heisman last year. I mean, maybe a Heisman, could be right there with Bryce Young.
Right. So talking to him, he's a really humble guy. His work shows where he's at right now. And me, that's one of my first questions, talking to him, like, how did it feel being in a Heisman race? Because, not many people in college football get that chance to do that. So he said the hard work for sure came in part of it. And he said he had to thank his team. Like I said, having Olave, having Garrett Wilson on your side is probably one of the best things in the world. So like I said, he always had the great people around him. But I just asked him and see what was the biggest problems or the most struggles you've ever had, like, going to college and everything. And he was really just saying, coming from a high school, being a senior, you're the top dog and doing everything you're doing, but coming into college, you being a young guy, he's redshirt freshman. So he's came in there, like I said, he looked up to the seniors, he kept doing what he's doing, leading, but he's a great guy, he's very accurate, and he's best probably in quarterback in college football right now, to be honest.
A lot of Ohio State people look at you, though. You come out, you're out of Detroit. I mean, they assume Michigan. You've certainly had the red carpet rolled out at Notre Dame. I mean, is Ohio State really in this?
Yeah, so actually, I was actually born in East Cleveland, so I'm actually from Ohio. So me being from Ohio, like I said, growing up, I was always an Ohio State fan. But coming into the recruiting process, I had to have a big eye, kind of locked into one school to my whole recruiting process. So Ohio State for sure is in the race. Like I said, I appreciate them a lot. Had to get back up there, talk to Carnell today. Like I said, that's a guy always one on my side through this process. So like I said, I had a great time and just probably get back there soon.
If Ohio State ends up with Tate and Brandon Ennis, that certainly wouldn't hurt knowing some of the guys there.
Yeah, I know. They was both up there, and I seen Heartline was really talking to them and enjoying the time with them. Those are two top dogs for sure, and then very, very skillful.
Just looking back at that Notre Dame visit, you walk in, you obviously open the door, and all the entire staff is there waiting. Was that something you expected? Did it catch you off guard? Like, what was your reaction to that?
So I didn't know they was gonna have a golden chair and all that stuff. So me being out there and just like having a great time with them, of course, seeing the stadium, talked to Coach Freeman and all. Like I said, I had a great time, but the golden chair and the photo shoot, whatever they did was just outstanding. That was probably one of the best photo shoots possibly ever had in my life.
Can you share some insight with that conversation with Freeman?
So I was talking to Freeman, like I said, when he took the new job, he was saying probably one of the biggest things he was doing is, making, a greater, like facility-wise for the football team, building everything, expanding everything out. So that was probably one of the biggest conversations I had for him. Like I said, Coach Kelly probably kept everything low or whatever he had going on, but Freeman said he's going to go expand everything and be the best he can, make it a top, facility-wise school. So, but another thing I'll probably say is we just talked about life. My dad was in the office with us too, so just checking about each other, seeing how we're doing, seeing how he was doing, and seeing the job he has to take now being the head coach at Notre Dame. So that's probably the biggest conversation I had from him.
What was Tommy's message? I know you guys have been close for a while, but what was, you guys got to spend some one-on-one time together?
Yeah, so we spent our one-on-one time together. We actually watched a couple plays from what they did the day before for practice. We watched some of our film, and he told me the things I can work on and what I'm outstanding in. But like I said, when me and Tommy together, we just rarely talk about football. We always talk about, like I said, how we're doing, and just the type of bond that we have is just incredible, and I really appreciate that from him.
A lot of your attention has been kind of in that Midwest, whether it's Michigan, Notre Dame, Ohio State. What separates kind of Midwest college football? What is it about that kind of appeals to you?
Yeah, that's a great question, to be honest. Like just being around the Midwest the whole time, like I said, it's a great thing because a lot of the schools is nearby my family, so a lot of my family get to the same schools I've wanted to go to. But like I say, schools out of the Midwest, like I said, I have a big appreciate for them even recruiting me. They always ask me, is distance a big problem for my recruitment? I said not at all. Like I said, I would love to expand the world. See, I can learn new things at different spots. But that was a great question you actually asked. But like I said, I love the Midwest. I love away from the Midwest, but I love everything together.
Well, it's interesting because there a lot of those schools that seemingly are in the top for you are they have similar styles. They have similar kind of approaches to football. Is that something that you you like? Is that like what? How would you kind of expand on that? I
Right.
guess?
So a lot of the programs nowadays are basically an RPO type team. That's a lot of schools nowadays, and at my high school, that's what I'm basically doing, RPO. So having them schools and having the same, similarities with the same offense will feel very comfortable with me. So like I said, a lot of schools that you guys possibly see my top list, like I said, we all have similarities because I'm gonna feel comfortable with it. But like as a quarterback, if you choose that school, they'll build the offense around you. So you wouldn't be scared. Oh my gosh, I can't go there. That's a running school when you're on pro style. But like I said, when you go there, they'll fix everything for you, and that's what I love about offense coordinators for doing that.
Ryan Day, I mean, is that a kind of guy you're like, yeah, I could run his offense?
Yeah, Ryan Day, like I said, I'll get my play style just like CJ. CJ's not a 4-3, 4-4 running quarterback ever. He's a pro style. Give the ball to his guys. Give the ball to the playmakers such as Olave. So that's a great offensive scheme for sure.